Hi guys, you're about to watch a video of me from the year 2020. Trust me, you're going to enjoy it. Hello everybody and welcome to Relationship Coaching Series Day 2. Thank you so much for the beautiful feedback you gave yesterday. I'm so glad that we're on the right path. So today our topic is maximizing your singlehood. Maximizing your singlehood. As we know, of course, singlehood is when you're single, you're not married, and it can also mean when you're not in a relationship actually. So it's when you are by yourself. I like to say when you are singular, yeah. So that is where your singlehood is. And today we're talking about how you should maximize your singlehood. A lot of times when I talk to people about relationships and I see how people have wrong opinions about relationship, this means that they want to get into relationships for reasons that shouldn't be. So there are people that rush into relationships because they feel that they are not complete without a partner. There are some people that think that, oh, the problems of their lives will be solved when they're in a relationship. Some people just feel empty and they feel that it is by being in a relationship that they're going to be whole. These are very wrong misconceptions about relationship, because the truth is that things regarding low self-esteem, lack of emotional intelligence, and all of these concepts, if you don't trash them out while single, they are going to be big issues for you while in a relationship. So you need to maximize your singlehood. Your single period is not a time to feel insecure. It's not a time to feel depressed that, oh, I don't have a man or I don't have a lady, I'm single. There's nothing wrong with being single. The truth is that your singlehood or your state of singleness is a treasure. Like those years are years that you should treasure. Say you've been destined to live on earth for 100 years. The number of years you're going to be used to be single is averagely 30 for guys. For ladies, like 25. Let's even say max 40. So you have more than half of the years that you're supposed to live on earth to be married, to be with somebody. So why do you want to rush the process? Why do you want to just bam, I want to get a man, I want to get a woman, So these are the times when you need to really know what your life is all about. Yesterday we talked about understanding your life's purpose. It is when you are single that is the best time to know what your life's purpose is. The truth is that it is when you are single that you're going to get the vision for your marriage, not in marriage. So your state of singleness or your period of single, or your period of being single, is a time to do a lot. It's a time to develop yourself. It's a time to take that course, go to where you want to go to, attend those classes, seminars, conferences. The truth is that when you're in a relationship and when you get married, there's a limit to the things that you can do, that you want to do, because you're not responsible for someone else. Say you're even married, you're responsible for your husband, your children, vice versa, your wife, your children. So you can't just wake up one day and say you want to go to California for something. You have to have planned it. But when you are single, you can just take spontaneous events because you are single. So you really need to maximize your period of single. Don't rush. The truth is that if you don't find joy in yourself while you are single, being in a relationship doesn't automatically qualify that all your problems are over, or what have you, or you're going to now begin to get joyful and happy and all. Yes, relationship comes with its own benefits of happiness, companionship, and the likes. But if when you are single, you do not know how to take care of your emotions, loving yourself, and all of that stuff, your relationship does not guarantee that. Your relationship is not a sponsored or all paid expense trip to the land of happiness or to the land of joy. Because when you're in a relationship and you still cannot find happiness in yourself, it's going to affect your relationship. So your period of singlehood can be called your singleness of purpose. Yeah, so it is when you are single that you should understand purpose, put together the things that you're meant to do in life, know what God wants for the different phases of your life, and don't just rush into a relationship thinking that your relationship is just like everything and all. don't get me wrong, being in a relationship is beautiful, it is really really wonderful, but don't jeopardize rather the period while you're supposed to be single and achieve a lot for just I want to be in a relationship, I want to get married. Because as I explained earlier, like, yeah, okay, I know of a person that the person rushed into marriage at as early as 22. There's nothing wrong in getting married early. A lot of people, different people have their different life situations, what to do, when not to do, and all of that stuff. So people's stories are different. But this person rushed into marriage thinking that, oh, I don't love myself, I don't know how to love myself. Let me get somebody that will love me. But the truth is that the person still felt so empty in that marriage, because the more her partner tried to pump love into her, by herself, she does not recognize it because she can't love herself. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about self-love and self-worth, and this is really important. So your state of singleness is when you should put your purpose together. Your state of singleness is when you should go over the prophetic words of God over your life. What has been said about you, what was said when you were giving birth to. Like, talk to your parents. Oh, when you give birth to me, what are the circumstances around my birth? What do you hope that I become in life? What are your expectations about my life? It's like you're taking a research about your over your life or about your life while you are single. But because when you're married or when you're in a relationship, you can't begin to do a lot of things that you're supposed to have clarified while you were single. So maximize your singlehood. Take that course. I'm always emphasizing on taking courses, because no matter what you want to become in life, even if you want to become a full housewife, there are still courses that you need, such as emotional intelligence, self-development. So it's not all career or all business. So for your different phases of life or the different things you want to do in life, there are courses you need to take, because it is important for your development, self-development, for productivity. So maximize your singlehood. Don't rush into a relationship. Don't rush into marriage. But understand your own process. So if your process is to get married early, ensure that you have fixed a lot of things that you're supposed to fix while single, before you rush into a relationship or before you get married. Because the truth is that if a lot of things are not fixed while single, it's going to haunt you in your relationship. It is not like, it's not a bad dream, as it were. I'm not saying haunt like they're going to come and beat you up or stuff like that, but you will still feel empty. You still feel like there is a lot to do, because as I always emphasize it, relationship is sacrifice and a lot of responsibility. When you're in a relationship, you can't like take decisions for your own self alone. Before you take a decision, you're going to think about your partner. So let's say you're in a relationship, or you're close to getting married, and then you want to take a course that would make you leave the country for like 3 years. It's not something you can just enter like that. You have to really consider the other person, speak to the person about it, ensure that there is agreement, there's understanding before you go. But let's say you are single, you can fly. You can wake up one morning and say, oh, I'm going to Jamaica. Tomorrow you're going to California. That's just the beauty about it. So don't waste your single period. Don't waste it on things that don't matter. Don't waste it on just partying. And there's nothing wrong with having fun, but don't waste it on things that do not matter as much as the things that are really needed for your life. So I really hope that you learned something from this topic and it really helps. And I would really implore you, if you are still single, treasure this moment. Treasure treasure all the, let's say, freedom, but treasure all the time that you have now to do the things that you really desire. It is in your singlehood or your state of singleness you are supposed to build your career, build your business, build your future, build the things that you desire, plan for marriage. It's not when you're married that you begin to plan for marriage. It's when you're single that you get the vision for marriage. So don't jeopardize this period and ensure that you maximize it as much as possible. So I really do hope that this helps, and I would really like to hear from you. Drop your light bulb moment in the comment section. And I also like to say that people can ask that what do I do while I'm single? There's a lot. I've mentioned some, like taking courses, building your development, but there are even emotional things to do while single. Build your self-esteem, build your maturity. Maturity can be built, and it's best built while you're single, because before you get into a relationship, you have to be financially mature, emotionally mature, psychologically mature. If all these things are not ticked, it's going to cause a lot of issues for you in your relationship. So I'll see you tomorrow by God's grace, and have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you for joining me. Cheers.
Hi guys, that was me in 2020. This is me in 2025. Is there anyone else that cringes when they listen or watch videos of them from years back? I was watching this video and I was like, oh, see me, you could have said this a little bit better. I'm like, I'm trying to correct my 2020 self, but looking at the video, I'm just like, oh gosh, I'm proud of this lady. Like, I'm really, really proud of myself. I mean, doing that in 2020, and when I was doing this series, then there was really no, like, now everybody's a content creator. Then I wasn't doing it for content creation. I was doing it because God specifically told me to do it. So it was purposeful for me. It was like I was not even after the comments or the sharing or the whatever. Like, it was more of a mission for me, and I'm glad I did, because now looking back at the comments from 2020, I'm really seeing how this helped people. Like, it will amaze you that I am just seeing some comments. I did not see some comments that people sent almost 5 years ago. I did not see them because I really did not know how to use Instagram that much. In 2020, I wasn't like social media savvy like I am now. But overall, I'm really proud of myself for doing what I did. So yeah, just to add to the topic, I think what I might do after posting these old videos from 2020, I'm then going to do a 2025 version later in the year, taking the same topics that I spoke about, but speaking more on them, especially because now I'm married. I've been married for 3 years. I have a child. So I think I now have more authority on topics like this. I have more knowledge and more things to share on topics like this. So yeah, watch out for 2025 relationship coaching series. I might do it in September again, because that one was in September in 2020. So 5 years anniversary. And then I'll do the same thing in September. Same topics, 30 days, shorter videos, more concise videos that will go straight to the point, but to really, really capture the things that you need to do on these various topics, especially if you're still single. But yeah, maximize your single period. I don't even know why I was calling it singlehood or singleness. Sounded funny, but yeah, you get the drift. So maximize your single period. If you're listening to me and you're not yet married, please maximize your single period. There's a lot you can learn. There's a lot you can do when you're single. There's a whole lot you can do when you're single. When you're single, it's a time to love yourself, have fun. And when I say fun, godly fun, make friends, make purposeful friends, travel if you want to, do a lot of things that you want to do. I'm not saying that marriage is going to handicap you, but the truth is that when you get married, you have more responsibility. When you have children, you have more responsibility. So you might not be able to make a lot of spontaneous decisions and just pick your bags and get out of the house, without considering your spouse and your children. But you can do a lot of things now that you're single. So celebrate your single period. Your single period is not a wasted period. Your singleness is not a time to mourn. It's not a time to just dream about marriage, watch all these Korean and Indian movies and just say, God, I want to marry. God, when? God, when? So instead of saying God, when while single, say God, how? God, how do you want me to do my life? How do you want me to plan my life? What do you want me to do with my life? What is that purpose that you've, created me for? Like, God, how? God, how? Not God, when? Like, all this, am I a spoon? You guys should stop it. So I'm going to talk more on that when we do relationship coaching series later this year. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Look at me 5 years ago. My voice was even tinier. Like, I felt like a child. I felt like, oh my God, like it felt like I was cramming. But that was, I did those videos based on the knowledge I had then, based on, like, with my little phone. I had one phone like that that was not even perfect, but I did it anyway. So I'm grateful to God for that. Thanks for watching, guys. I love you.